Hey everybody, my name is Tyler Steck here, Manistee Health and Fitness Manager. Today I'm going to go ahead and show you how to get a full body workout today with just one piece of equipment here called the BOZU ball. So everybody, before we get started, it'd be a good idea to go ahead and get a little warm up in, recreating some of the movements that we're going to go ahead and do on the BOZU ball. An air squat, we want to go ahead and we want our weight in the heels, we want our chest out. As we come down, weight in our heels, trying to get to about that parallel point, pressing back up, pinching the peaches, okay? That will go ahead and get us prepared for when we do a squat on the ball. Let's go ahead and we'll rep out just 5 nice, slow, controlled reps here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're also gonna do some lunges on the ball. How we can prepare for that, I'm gonna go ahead and turn to the side. We're gonna do some lunges just with the body weight, all right? We don't want, what I'm looking for is this knee not to go over that toe, okay? So if I see that, we're gonna make that correction. We're gonna drop straight down, we're lunging. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're gonna go ahead and do that on the other side as well. 1, nice slow controlled motions. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right guys, hey, let's get into it. We're gonna start with one of the more challenging ones, the squat right on the ball. If you do have challenges with balance, it wouldn't be a bad idea to go ahead and get right against the wall, or maybe hold on to a TRX strap as you get into this. The way I like to explain it, I'm gonna put one foot right in the middle, or excuse me, one foot to the side, let that bend. I'm gonna go ahead and climb aboard now. We want our weight in the heels. It's totally natural for this thing to move all over. Your body's not used to this, obviously. We're coming down. I don't want my knees over my toes, all right? So I want a weight in the heels, pressing up, and shoulders are back. Chest out, just like so. 2, and 3. Like I said, totally natural for this to move, but that has some added benefits for your balance. We're gonna turn this over. We're gonna get into a forward lunge, all right? Right side first. My balance, or my aiming point is before the top part here. I wanna feel like my heels are pushing about this area. So let's just do 3 on each side. 1. Once again, a balance aspect to it. And I don't want this knee over the toe. Switching sides. 2, and 3. We're gonna do a side lunge or side squat, going from this position. Same aiming point right before that middle. Pushing back out. Pushing back out. While you're actively pushing back out from that. We're gonna do the other side, of course. We're also gonna do some lunges into the BOZU. Walk the foot away. A little more challenging, because you have to isolate each side. Making sure this knee not going over that toe. Let's finish up with the other side here. Aiming point right in the middle. My knee kind of went over that toe, so let's go ahead and readjust, like so. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the core stuff now. I'm gonna start with a sit-up. Where I'm at right now, you know, there's some benefit to that, but what I do want is I want to create that curve in my spine, create a stretch in my core. So I'm gonna go ahead and back up a little bit. You can see the difference there. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm stretching out my core. Hands can either be crossed across your chest or behind your head. If you go behind the head, just make sure you are not pulling your neck. Let's go ahead and rep out 5 here. 1, tighten that tummy. Now I'm stretching out those same muscles. 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're gonna go ahead and get into a plank position. We're gonna turn this ball over. Good even position with your hands. What I'm looking for here is not to dip your butt down, not to have your butt up. We're gonna keep that core nice and tight. You gotta keep a nice flat back and your core tight. What I would suggest here is you have a timer on your side, or you're able to see a timer, and you're able to do 30 seconds to a minute. A little variation on top of that, we could do a plank rock, where I hold this position, and I'm gonna rock side to side. That shifts the weight to my oblique muscles and makes a lot more of my muscles work in my core. On top of that, mountain climbers. So same position again, okay, but we can go ahead and go fast. We're going straight up and down, or we can go ahead and move our right knee to our left hand. So a little twisting motion. So a couple of good variations there. And then finally a side plank. We turn that ball over, elbow right in the middle of that ball. Once again, keeping everything nice and flat. This puts a little more strain on my oblique muscles. All right, everybody, here we go. We're doing some upper body stuff, some variations, some push-ups. Let me explain this first one. We're gonna go hands wide, elbows wide. What this does is gonna contract a little bit more chest, okay? Obviously, when you're doing a push-up, you're working your chest muscles, pressing up. All right, so this is contracting a lot more chest. What I'm gonna show you now is if we move your hands in and we keep our elbows tight against the body, maintain that good plank position, we're gonna contract a little bit more triceps, okay? You're still gonna use your chest, but you might contract a little bit more of this tricep muscle. On top of that, if that gets too challenging, maybe you did too many reps, you still wanna do some more, let's go down on our knees and focus on the depth, okay? So we can get that same muscle contraction, just a little easier this way. On top of that, or another variation, excuse me, if we turn this ball over, a little more challenging, but we can keep a hand on here, one hand off. We can do a single arm push-up. Both sides are working. The ball on, or the side on the ball is working harder. We want to speed it up, a little more challenge, engage that core. Press them back and forth, like so.